Hey everybody, Sharon here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in the Forged in Fog update for Dead by Daylight, going for the Cruelty Loves Company achievement. This one's going to be done from the killer's side. It's going to be done with the update's specific killer in the form of the Knight. This achievement is to use the Knight and damage a survivor who is currently being chased by one of the Knight's guards a total of 50 times. Make sure you get into the game, and this is basically going to be the way that it's going to go down. What you want to do basically is to use the guard special ability, you're going to hold left trigger. You're going to enter this first person view where you're going to draw a line. At the end of this line is going to basically spawn a guard, and the line that you drew is going to be that guard's patrol path. While the guard is patrolling, it's going to emit this radius, and whatever survivor steps into the radius is basically going to trigger the guard to chase them. What's going to count for this achievement is making sure you are the one to damage any survivor who is going to be currently chased by a guard. So just make sure you pop the guard down. Hopefully it pings a survivor, and then it's going to chase them. And then while they're being chased, what you want to do is you want to make sure you are the one to damage them. So thankfully, the game is going to give you a nice little indicator on what survivor is going to be targeted by which guard. So they're going to basically get a little green circle underneath them. So basically, whenever you do have a guard up, if they are chasing someone, the survivor is going to have the green circle under them. Make sure you quickly try to chase after them. You are going to need to be the one to damage them. It could be any form of damage. It doesn't necessarily have to be a shot that downs them. So as long as you injure them, you should be good for the count towards the achievement. And you're going to basically want to do this a total of 50 times. Thankfully, it is going to be a cumulative achievement that does track over multiple games, so don't worry about getting this done in a single game. This one is going to be a little bit on the grindy side, so hopefully you have enough patience to try to play enough games in order to try to rack these up. So that should cover the basics of the ability and what the achievement requires. Now on to the little side notes. Now do keep in mind the guards can also damage the survivors that they are currently chasing. If a survivor does end up getting damaged by a guard in this instance, this is not going to count for the achievement. So make sure you beat your own guard to the punch and make sure you are the one that lands the attack. Also, do keep in mind that you can only have one guard on the map at a time, so make sure you use your guards effectively as possible. This ability is going to be a little bit on the tricky side since it's a little hard to use it while moving. Your character is going to need to come to a full stop in order to use the ability, and it is going to take a few seconds for the guard to actually spawn. So if you are doing this in the middle of the chase, you might have a little bit of trouble trying to fit the survivor in the radius of the guard spawn. My best advice is to try to bait the survivor into looping situations, pop up the guard, and then use it to pressure them into the loop. And then what you can do is you can cut them off by going on the opposite side, and that way you and the guard can both scissor the survivor off. Just make sure you try to beat the guard to the punch and be the first one to land the hit in, as that's what's going to count for the achievement. So it takes a little while to get used to, but once you finally get it down, you should be able to knock it off consistently. And once you do manage to get your 50, you should be good for the achievement. 20 gamer score for this one, and that's all there is to it.